All right, so today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the exercise 4-2-1/16 and just talk about what it means to play with great quality, to make sure that we're applying this to everything that we're doing throughout the rest of our music, which is of course the purpose of every exercise, is to try to make sure we can apply it into what we do. So when we're looking at this, the most important thing is to make sure that our inner beats have a great quality. I always tell my students that when you're setting up an exercise like 4-2-1/16, we have a tendency to get really excited about accents. We like to play flams, we like to play diddles, we like to play paradiddles, but we don't really like to play inner beats. So we have to make sure that we think about it in this way. Our inner beats are like the noodles of ramen, all right? The noodles are the substance, they're the food, they're the part that will fill you up. Okay, so if we don't have noodles, then all we have is a flavor packet. And that's what I like to call our accents and our fun things that we add on to them are the flavor packets. They're the things that make it more interesting, they're the things that make it taste good, but without the substance, it's not there. So if when we're adding in accents, diddles, all those kind of things, we focus on those instead of the inner beats, all we have is the flavor packet, and we don't have the substance at all. So when we're setting them up, we want to make sure that we're having a nice strong bass before we add things in. We want to make sure that we're getting that nice even sound all the way across. The accents are going to be louder, yes, but we want to make sure that we don't, especially that note right before and right after the accent, we don't want them to be weak. And we want to still make sure that when we're playing into our snare drum or our bass drum especially, that we're getting resonance from the other head instead of just the one that we're playing on. Okay, so we always want to make sure to use a metronome. We're going to go ahead and hit ours right now. Ours is just at 98 beats a minute. Okay, I like to have that 8th note on just a little bit so I can hear it. If we want to, we can throw on our 16th note too. Okay, then we can add that in. Okay, when we have that first section where we're doing the fours. Okay, obviously when we do 4-2-1, we're just talking about the amount of times that we're playing through each set. Okay, so the second time through when we're doing twos, okay, we'll do it 2 times each. Then we have the ones, okay, we're just doing it 1 time each. Okay, so the other big thing we want to make sure that we're looking at as we're doing this exercise, other than just making sure to really focus through, a lot of times we think about using this front finger fulcrum when we're doing exercises like this. And often that can really choke off our sound, especially when we drop from accents down to inner beats. So I want to encourage you to switch your mentality into these 2 middle fingers here. Because when we jump to those, our pointer finger acts a little bit more of a suppressor and not a choke. Okay, so when we do that, it's a lot easier to have good sound quality at the low end and not pinch it off. Okay, so think about that as we're going through this exercise. We'll try it 1 time all the way through here. Here we go. Okay, and feel free to speed it up or slow it down as much as you need to, but just making sure that we're really focusing on getting that nice even sound quality all the way across. Thank you and happy practicing.